curtains were up, the foil torn down, and the apartment had officially entered what could only be described as goth sauna chic. The dogs, who once proudly refused to leave the safety of their home, now found themselves in a heat-induced delirium. "Holy shit, it's hotter in here than a fucking rave inside a toaster," Chip groaned, half melted on the couch. His tongue was hanging out, eyes glazed over like he was living through the 7th layer of hell. Lola was lying in a puddle of sweat on the floor, fanning herself with one paw while cradling her limp plants in the other. "My babies," she whispered again, sounding more defeated than ever. "They're suffocating. I'm suffocating. We're all going to die in here." Bella had given up trying to maintain her influencer image. She was draped over the arm of the couch, looking like a poodle-shaped puddle. "I can't believe I'm saying this," she muttered, "but maybe the sun isn't so bad after all. At least outside, there's a breeze. Maybe I could take a selfie in the shade or something." Dexter, still too deep in his conspiracy mode to accept defeat, was frantically typing on his phone. "No. You can't give up now. We've just started phase 2 of Operation Blackout. The curtains are up. We just need to hide out a little longer. Trust the process." Chip, still somehow managing to summon the strength to complain, raised an eyebrow. "The process? You mean the process where we slow cook ourselves like some sort of deranged dog casserole?" "Exactly," Dexter said without missing a beat. "We're testing our limits. This is how we win. By enduring the heat, we're showing the sun it can't control us." Chip rolled his eyes so hard, it looked like they might permanently get stuck. "Dude, the sun doesn't give a fuck about us. If anything, it's laughing its IG fairy ass of right now." Lola whined from the floor, her voice weak. "Can't we just turn the AC on again? Or open a window? I feel like I'm about to pass out." Bella nodded, too drained to even make a sarcastic remark. "Yeah, Dexter. This is not the vibe. At all. My fur is yund, my fans think I've died, and I'm sweating out my body weight every 5 minutes." Dexter huffed, clearly annoyed that his friends couldn't see the genius of his plan. "You guys are being soft. This is nathing. Do you want to be prepared for the sun's final attack or not?" Chip lifted his paw lazily. "At this point, I'll take my chances with the sun. What's the worst that could happen? I get a fucking tan." Just as the argument was reaching its boiling point, Bothahirali and furtive a sudden thumping sound echoed through the apartment. Thump. 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 Lola bolted upright, eyes wide. What was that? Bella's ears perked up. "Oh my God, is that the landlord? Does he know we've basically turned this place into a greenhouse?" Dexter glanced toward the door, eyes narrowing. "No. It's not the landlord. It's the sun." Chip sat up, ears twitching. "What the fuck are you talking about?" Dexter stood tall, as tall as a Shiba Inu Kuden, pointed dramatically toward the Do-0R. "The sun is here. It knows what we're doing, and it's come to finish us off." Bella groaned. "The sun isn't a fucking door-to-door salesman, Dexter. Get a grip." But the thumping continued. And with each passing second, it grew louder. More aggressive. Thump. 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 Lola's eyes were wild with panic. "One don't care if it's the sun or the goddamn Grim Reaper, someone needs to do something before I lose my mind." Chip sighed, sliding off the couch and slumping toward the door. "Fine. I'll check it out. But if it's some Girl Scout trying to sell us cookies, I'm gonna lose my shit." The others watched in silence as Chip approached the door, his paw hovering over the handle. He hesitated for a moment, then flung it open. Standing on the other side was a giant, human-sized plush toy. Specifically, a grotesque, knockoff version of the sun. Its face, a twisted, half-melted smile, with one lazy eye and arms made of what looked like old pool noodles. The costume reeked of stale sweat and regret. The dogs stared at the horrifying sight before them, speechless. Bella blinked slowly. What the actual fuck? Chip shook his head, trying to process what he was seeing. What is happening right now? Did Samiane slip something in my water bowl? The plush sun waved its noodle arms weakly. Hi, I'm Sunny the Solar Flare. Here to remind you to stay hydrated and wear sunscreen. Don't get burnt by of Sunny now. Dexter screamed. Like, high-pitched, full-on horror movie scream. It's here. The sun has sent a fucking messenger. Bella groaned and buried her face in her paws. This is too much. Even for me. Lola, still clutching her plants, whimpered. We're doomed. Tease all over. The plush sun wobbled unsteadily on its foam legs. Clearly struggling to stay upright in the apartment's sweltering heat. Sunny says stay hydrated and couldn't remember, ts all fun and games until someone tries to give you a handy in the pool. Chip stared at the sad, flailing costume for a long moment before sighing heavily. Dexter. What the fuck did you do? Dexter, still in full panic mode, pointed at the plush sun. It's trying to lure us outside. Don't fall for its tricks. Bella, now lying flat on the floor, let out a tired laugh. Yeah, it's really gonna lure me out with that half-assed, bargain bin costume. Maybe if it came with an Instagram filter. The plush sun stumbled forward awkwardly, knocking over a lamp as it tried to maneuver in the cramped space. Oops. Sorry about that. Sunny's just trying to spread a little sunshine. Chip rubbed his temples, feeling a migraine coming on. This is officially the dumbest thing that's ever happened in my Endlansada show. Dexter was still vibrating with fear. We can't let it win. We have to stay inside. We have to. Suddenly, the door burst open again, and standing there was an out-of-breath delivery guy holding a giant fan. Yo, which one of you ordered the industrial-sized fan? This thing's heavier than a fucking bus. Dexter's face lit up with a manic grin. Yes. It's here. Phase 3 of Operation Blackout begins now. Chapter 4, Fantastic Fuck-Ups. The apartment had officially